Alright guys, welcome back. Today we're going to talk about Theta price prediction versus YouTube comparison. Really, it's comparing apples to apples, Theta versus YouTube projections. We're taking Theta and making a price prediction, a Theta price prediction based on the results that were achieved by YouTube in the past. And things about to go down, guys, because when I use that photo of myself going something like this, that means that about to go down. So don't miss this video if you're invested in Theta or if you're thinking about investing in Theta, because we're gonna make these projections, and I think that Theta making these accomplishments are really conservative. But first we're gonna take a look at the big news, which is Theta is really moving into Ethereum. It's any day now. So we're gonna take a look at that, and then we're gonna take a look at the comparison with YouTube. So if you haven't already done so, if you're new to this channel, or maybe you're a returning viewer but haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, and now let's get into it. So first things first, Meter Passport launches Theta Ethereum bridge on Theta testnet with mainnet integration to follow soon. So I'm gonna drop this article in the pinned comments below, so make sure you read it. But what Meter Passport is, it's basically a leading cross-chain bridge that connects blockchains like Ethereum, Avalanche, and Binance Smart Chain. And they have now added support for the Theta blockchain. So for the first time, this allows tokens to be moved between Theta blockchain and other leading blockchains. That is huge. So we talked about this in our last video, that Theta now offers an Ethereum compatible dev environment where dApps like trading lending dApps like Aave or Uniswap, etc. can be ported from Ethereum over to Theta. So now Ethereum dApp developers who are developing dApps for entertainment and media can now easily port their dApps from Ethereum over to Theta. So this Meter Passport was really built on top of the Theta Ethereum RPC API adapter that I talked about in the last video. So check out that video if you have not already done so. Basically, with this adapter, you can move any TNT20 or TFuel token from the Theta network over to Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain, Avalanche, and etc. That means you can move TFuel or a TNT20 token or a TDROP token over from Theta to Ethereum and move it onto Uniswap and create a liquidity pool there. So it becomes fully integrated into the DeFi protocol and environment on Ethereum. And it can go vice versa as well. You can move things from Ethereum over to Theta. And Meter themselves are becoming the premier cross-chain bridge in crypto, supporting Ethereum, AVAX, Binance Smart Chain, and they are also the official cross-chain bridge for Moonriver on Kusama, Polkadot, and Ampleforth. So Meter Passport for Theta mainnet is right now in the works, and when it comes out, that means that Theta is on a level playing field with these other blockchains that are so popular nowadays, like Avalanche, Ethereum, Binance Smart Chain. Now there are several advantages to cross-chain support, and they include the following. Crypto assets from other blockchains can now move over to Theta and take advantage of the user base, the audience that are already on Theta. And that would bring new capital to the ecosystem. The Theta Swap DEX, the decentralized exchange, will now get access to stablecoins to increase liquidity and trading on the Theta network. Lending protocols like Aave and Compound, they always bring in new money with whichever blockchain that they move to. And Theta is gonna be one destination that they're going to look into and get into. And at the same time, this is the most important. Developers for both Ethereum and Theta can now build for both Ethereum and Theta at the same time. So what happens during these exchange is that the TFuel, for example, if you're moving TFuel from Theta over to Ethereum, during that transfer, that TFuel just gets locked and removed from the TFuel supply on the Theta side. And on the Ethereum side, the same amount of TFuel will be created as a wrapped ERC20 token to be used as like any other ERC20 tokens on the network. I project that quite a bit of tokens and projects will move from Ethereum to Theta like they have done to other blockchains like Polygon Matic, because the gas fees on Ethereum is just too damn high. Alright, now let's get on to the YouTube comparison, and I'm gonna blow your mind. And I'm just going to say this now, this is all speculation and conspiracy theory at the same time, because I was looking and drawing up the Theta charts. And I'm going to blow your mind because the golden ratio, which is a 618, falls directly on $38 for Theta. But first, let's go ahead and take a look at Money Nation and take a look at where YouTube has been. Alright, so here's Money Nation. How much is YouTube worth? Now you can see that this is quite old, the article. It was published on August 20th, 2016, but it's useful because we can see how much they thought YouTube was worth, an estimate back in the day. And they have different figures here. YouTube was worth based on revenue is 104 billion. The worth based on Google stock valuation is 77.6 billion. Worth based on average of online estimates is 77 billion. And the average of all this is basically 86 billion based on the analysis of revenue, stock valuation, and online estimates. So let's talk about YouTube's worth based on 2006 acquisition costs. So there's the worth based on acquisition costs in 2006. Now remember, YouTube was founded in 2005. It's great because a year later, they sold for $1 billion. Now, 3 years later, after YouTube was founded, YouTube was worth, based on acquisition costs in 2006, $2 billion. So Theta basically right now is at year 3 of where YouTube is. It's been 3 years since Theta was founded in 2018, I believe, since that's where the chart shows me. So if you go over to CoinGecko and look at the chart, we can really see that it goes as far back as January 2018. So it's been more or less 3 years. And Theta right now has a market cap of $7 billion. So are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Right now, in the same year, on year 3 of Theta's existence, compared to YouTube, it is worth 3 times more. So where else can Theta go? And compared to YouTube, you can't buy YouTube when they were 3 years old because they were bought out a year later. It was private. But with Theta, you just buy some tokens and then you have a part of Theta because it's decentralized. So going back, YouTube's worth based on Google's stock valuation in 2016 was 77.66 billion or 77.67 billion if you round it up. And that's an important figure, so keep that in mind. And remember, YouTube's worth based on online average estimates is 77 billion on 2016. So if you take those two numbers, 77.67, if we divide it by 2, it's 38.8. If you take 77 divided by 2, that is 38.5. So let's ballpark it to 38 billion if we divide them by 2. And that was 11 years after YouTube was founded because YouTube was founded in 2005. So what you're seeing right now is we are on the Theta charts. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a Fibonacci from this here, which is pretty much like the all-time high, around $16 or $17, to this low here because this is the lowest it went. So you could see that this is not very exciting right now, but wait for it, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a Fibonacci extension because these levels are basically the prices of interest. So these price levels are basically targets of where we think that Theta's price might go. So these levels are within bounds, but if we draw an extension, so let's go here and take our Fibonacci extension. An extension shows us that after this number, if Theta hits $58, where can it go next? So we just draw this extension from here all the way to the top and then back down to the bottom. So this gives us a nice colored graph of the levels that we might potentially see. So let's get rid of that. And if we go to the 618 is an important level because the 618 is part of the golden ratio. So if I put a line here and let's go to Google and do the golden ratio number. So this is kind of spiritual and all that stuff, but the golden ratio pretty much falls on the 618. So this is the number where all things in the world goes towards. It is magnetized to that 618. And that tells us that based on this graph, we are on the 618 here. So are we magnetized to this number, which the price is basically 37.66 or 37.34. We could just round that to $38. So isn't that peculiar? So if you want to learn how to do charting like that, technical analysis, I learned that all from IM Academy and I can't recommend it anymore. So if you want to check out IM Academy, then look in the description or the pinned comments below, or check out this page, passive income page that I made for you if you're looking for other sources of passive income, because IM Academy is also a source of passive income. Other than that, isn't that interesting? 77.6 billion, $77 billion for YouTube's valuation in 2016. Half of that is 38 billion. It took 11 years for YouTube to reach that 77 billion from inception. So 11 years is divided by 2, 5.5 years give or take. And Theta has been alive in existence for about 3 years. So could we see Theta at $38 billion because Theta has a billion supply? If it's $38, that is $38 billion market cap. So could we see Theta at $38 within 2 years? That's the question. Now, I really think the answer was coded in the golden ratio like I showed you, $38. Now, I'm going to end this video with a statement. So Theta started with pretty much $600 million market cap. The highest it went, the all-time high, their market cap was $14 billion. That is a 23x. Do you think that within this 3 years, Theta can do another 23x? And if it 23x's from the current price, it is going to be way more than 38 billion. Let me know in the comments below what you think. Other than that, if you've enjoyed this video, please be sure to smash the like button, smash the subscribe button, check out these other videos on cryptocurrencies and passive income, and I'll see you next time. Peace!